What's up, everybody? It's Vision the LA Gold coming to you on YouTube today to talk to you about Splatfest, my experience, how I felt about it, and all the neat little things that I enjoyed about it, and what I'm looking forward to going into the next Splatfest. So let's get right into it. So, first off, I want to talk to you about Splatfest in general. It was an amazing time. I had a lot of fun. We met a lot of new friends, and I definitely want to give a big shout out to Team Gear for winning it, even though I think it was rigged personally, but I'll get into that. Overall, Splatfest was a straight win for me. Couple things that I did, enjoy was just the amount of just battles everywhere. Like there was tons of great players out there on all teams, and it was really competitive, at least from my standpoint. If you feel differently, you can always leave that, in the comments below. But yeah, overall, it was a great time. Teams I felt were a little stacked, maybe. Feel like I personally fought against Team Gear a lot more than I did Team Fun. And then Team Fun ended up showing up at the halftime show as they were winning. So that was I was like, well, if there's that many Team Fun people, why am I fighting more Team Gear? But anyway, the next thing I want to get into is just the overall atmosphere. So I felt that there was a bit of a mixture of just really competitive players. So I know that this is the first, Splatfest, and that Splatoon 3 is, really hot right now. So in terms of like the atmosphere, it was very competitive, and there was a lot of competitive players on both sides, on all sides, in my opinion. There's been a lot of matches where we just got completely stomped, and then there was, tons of matches where we just ended up, taking it, to them and just winning. So overall, it was really balanced, but it was definitely very competitive. Um, I did enjoy that though. I do enjoy a lot of my, competitive rank. So if, for anybody who's not been to any of the live streams, you can always follow us on twitch.tv and come check out some of the, the streams and stuff like that as well. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was just the overall, I guess, like the reward system. The reward system was, I felt, was really great. You got to get a lot of scrubs in on off of your Splatfest t-shirt if you needed the chunks. If you didn't really need the chunks, then you just kind of banked on it, and and that was it. Also, you had the little daily sea conches that you could redeem through the gotcha machine, which is pretty awesome. They gave out tons and tons of rewards going through it. So overall, like Splatfest to me really felt rewarding. Like whether you were winning, whether you were losing, like everybody got something, and it's a great way to keep people feeling included. Or so yeah, that I really like the way they did that. Going into my first Splatfest on Splatoon 3, I was aware of a couple things that was not necessarily in like Splatoon 1 and 2, mainly being the TriColor battles, which I didn't play in the little closed beta rendition of it, but I heard about it and I've read about it on like Reddit and other, sources, and I was really looking forward to that. So one thing that did kind of upset me was the lack of TriColor battles. I felt like I'm aware that they dialed back the amount of TriColor battles that would pop up, but I felt like they may have moved that a little bit too low. And I'm honestly looking forward to going into the next Splatfest, and I'm hoping that there's going to be more TriColor battles. I was a little, as a newer player, to the TriColors, I was a little kind of caught off guard because I wasn't really sure exactly how it was supposed to play out. And I felt like they could have done a little bit better job on explaining how the TriColor battle was supposed to work. But I guess that could also come down to me doing a little bit more research. But anyway, going into TriColor battles, it's basically two of your team, and two members of the opposite team going up against the main team that's winning right now. And the main objective is to control the point and just survive and ink as much as possible, which they didn't really do a great job of explaining that. So when I first went in there, I was a little confused as like, well, am I fighting both teams? Am I fighting one team? But all in all, it was still a great experience. I actually really, really like that. I'm hoping that they go and add maybe some different map ideas or, specialized maps for it, in terms of like TriColor battling and stuff like that. But we'll see. The last thing that I want to kind of really, well, I shouldn't say the last thing. Going forward into the next Splatfest, couple things that I want to see. Yes, more TriColor battles. The 100 times battle was actually pretty interesting. So the 100 times, once you earn, your enough ranks through getting a 10 times battle, then you had the potential of popping into 100 times or even a 333. I saw some rumors about, which I didn't see that, but I did actually get 100 times battle. That was actually pretty cool, giving you that extra boost and clout and rewards. So that part, I feel like they may, I don't know if they can do a little bit more for the people who don't necessarily get to play as much. But that I definitely want to see more TriColor battles, in my opinion. I feel like that should be more of a thing. Maybe not as prevalent or as high as it was in the World Series beta, but in just a little bit, maybe like 5% more. I'm overall looking forward to my next Splatfest. I mean, Team GRUB didn't win, but we still grubbed out and we had a lot of fun. I met a lot of new players and got to meet some new people throughout the streams and throughout the whole entire Splatfest. So I'm looking forward to the next Splatfest and just where where everybody lines up and how everything plays out. But yeah, that's all in all, that's kind of really where I'm at. Like in terms of Splatoon 3, I do want to touch on what I feel overall. And I love the new changes and the new additions that they've made to Splatoon 3 from 2. The new weapons, like the faster, smoother motion, like everything just seems, there are some things that, there's always room for improvement, but overall, I think it's a very solid game. And if you haven't picked up Splatoon 3 yet and you have a Nintendo Switch, I highly recommend that you do. It's a super, super, super fun game. It's an amazing game. And it's my favorite game. So yeah, but those are all my thoughts and, feelings on, Splatoon 3 and, the whole entire Splatfest. I still think that Splatfest was rigged, and even though Team Gear did win, but I still think that they ended up rigging it somehow. I want to give a shout out to all my friends and all my family members who ended up, coming through the streams and helping us out with, managing that and just having a great time. I also want to take this time to plug in, again, if you haven't followed me, you can go and hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. You can also follow us on twitch.tv at /VYZION. We stream roughly 4 or 5 days a week. But yeah, check out those schedules there. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. This is my first one, by the way, so tell me how I did. And leave any of your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Peace out.